The question is the storm over yet, or will the rift still continue? Undermining the government seems to have intervened between Dangote and the oil union. But what we do know is at the end of the day, Nigerians will be the one at the receiving end. But anyway, with that in mind, I want to quickly welcome you to another lovely time on Atlantic TV. It's Viewpoint, and my name is Mike Egobadia.
And I am Mercy Irabo. Welcome to Viewpoint. You know how we do it right here on Viewpoint. We'll start with the dailies, then to the dialogue and news, and of course the trending. And you know what is excited about trending, and you do not want to miss a trending of today. Well, without wasting much time, we need to go on this quick break. And when we return, the dailies will be next.
When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace.
Well, yes, the papers is where we're going right now. And for review, as always, we have 5 papers. We have The Guardian, The Punch, The Vanguard, This Day, and The Nation is making a wrap. But you do know I always enjoy starting with The Punch, and let's see whether it has its usual puncher. No surprise, NNPC lament losses as union halts action. We're talking about the Pegasus strike. The riders to follow that very major leading story. There's 16% of crude output, 30% of gas supply disrupted during the strike. Wow, great loss. Despite Eric's economy instability, according to the federal government, and Pegasus suspension not cancellation will strike again if deal fails, and Dangote denies victimizing staff. All of that you can get on page 2, but remember we'll be looking at this, analyzing it critically on the dialogue today. But let's see if we take some other leading story at the top mass side of the Punch, and let's see. And yes, 853 billion naira crime proceeds recovered in 1 year. Well, you can get more of that news from the EFCC on page 5. One doctor attends to 9,083 Nigerians, and this is accredited to the National Association of Resident Doctors as they lament on page 2. Wow, quite a disturbing statistics. Nigeria 65, Tinubu reforms yet to ease hardship. I'm not saying that, but economic experts seem to be telling us all of that on page 27. And what's on page 3 is Fubara, where it looks as if he's having indeed a running battle. Fubara sacks commissioners and others, and you can get more of that story on page 3. Let's go to the sidemass of the Punch. Nigerian languish in prisons after Ethiopia stalls MOU. And I'll tell you to read that story up on page 3. Kogi boats crash, death toll hits 26, Tinubu months. And more of that morning you can get on page 4 and 5 of the Punch. Wale Tinubu bags Africa Energy Award in South Africa. It's a very major one on page 27. Nigerian arrested for attempting trafficking of daughter to Iraq. Wow. And you can get all of that story on page 5. And well, Nigerian 8-month debt service bill hits 2.86 billion United States dollars. And this is coming from no other but the CBN. And you can get more of that story on page 30. But the picture of the day is the Katia 3-day walking visit to Nigeria, which include opening up their departmental store in Abuja. And you can understand Nigerians really love expensive watches, and no surprise. They don't want anybody to be duped. So they are coming here themselves to to open a luxury store right there in Abuja. Well, that's much we can take from the Punch.
Let's see stories making it to the headlines of the nation. And the lead story here says, governors renew pledge to speed up development in states. And the writer says, subnationals helpsmen use Independence Day to reflect on economic reforms, insecurity, and others. Well, you can read more of that story on page 2 of the paper. Just at the top of the picture of the day, Fubara sacks EXCO ready to submit commissioner nominees a list to assembly. It seems the drama is not over yet in Rivers State.
I feel it's just restructuring, so at least to accommodate the pro-Wiki loyalist into his cabinet.
I hope so too. Right at the top, scale project inflation's dropped to 14%, and the writer says reforms need a sustenance. Well, you can read more of that on page 3 of the paper. Pengassan fears collapse of deal with Dangote refinery. Interesting. Well, that's on page 5 of the paper. Anyawus voids Damagom's suspension of Akwa Ibom's PDP EXCO. Well, that's on page 27 of the paper. Let's see what we have at the side mass. Shoyinka, why I accepted renaming of National Arts Theatre after me. And the writer says, President directs creation of fund for maintenance. Well, that's on page 3 of the paper.
Yeah, page 3 of the paper has that story.
Yeah, so at the bottom mass, 26 die in Kogi boat accident. Well, that's a very disturbing story on page 27. How Arise TV reporter died by neighbors. That's also on page 27. And the picture of the day talking about Wale Shoyinka. So that's the commissioning and reopening and also the rededication ceremony of the 4,000 capacity Wale Shoyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts, formerly known as the National Arts Theatre in Lagos. Yesterday, you can see the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Wale Shoyinka himself, Lagos State Governor, and the First Lady. Well, that's all we're taking this morning on The Nation. Let's see what this day has for us today. The lead story, Tinubu canvasses new orientation, urges Nigerians to believe, put country first. And the writer says, inaugurates newly renovated National Arts Theatre named after Professor Wale Shoyinka. Well, that story is on page 9 of the paper. Let's see what we have at the top mass. U.S. government shuts down as Congress fails to reach new funding deal. Well, that's on page 9 of the paper. Wale Tinubu gets Lifetime Achievement Award at Africa Energy Week. That's on page 6 of the paper. Okay, at the side mass, FCT police, how Arise news anchor Maduago died. Well, that's still a sad story on page 9 of the paper. Let's see if we have more. Yeah, we have one at the bottom mass. PDP asks IGP to probe attempt to pay 12.75 billion naira Osun local government funds as legal fees. Well, that's on page 8 of the paper. And the picture of the day, that's wife and daughter of Tony Elumelu accepting the 2025 Appeal of Conscience Award on behalf of Tony Elumelu in New York on Monday. Well, that's all we're taking this morning on this day. Let's see what The Guardian has for us this morning. Leaders call for reform on poverty, insecurity, fostering democracy. Well, that's still on Nigeria at 65, and you can find that story on page 6 of the paper. Let's see what we have at the top mass. Tinubu Ododo mourners victims of Kogi boat mishap rise to 26. That's a very disturbing story on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper. Dangote's rift with Pengassan unfortunate, says the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. Well, that's on page 3 of the paper. A probe plot to fleece Osun local government of 12.75 billion naira, PDP tells IGP and EFCC. That's on page 3 of the paper. I think that's what we have on The Guardian. Yes, the picture of the day. There's a congratulatory message on Nigeria's National Day celebration yesterday to the president, and this is coming from His Excellency Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, the former governor of the Zamfara State. Well, that's all we're taking this morning on The Guardian. Up next is The Vanguard.
Yes, The Vanguard it is, and that's the last paper for us to quickly look at today on paper review. And no surprise, Nigerian 65 opposition leaders, others take Tinubu to tax. And well, a few riders, Tinubu unmoved and uncaring amid hunger and bandits attack. These are credited to Atiku Abubakar. Nigerian failing other APC, says Peter Obi. If the worst is over, why are Nigerians still dying? Well, I don't know. The ADC seems to be asking that question. We are hungry for food, not statistics. These are credited to the Christian Association of Nigeria. And Nigerian future blink under leaders with entitlement mentality. Well, the Anglican primate seems to be having that view. But I'll tell you to read more of that story on page 5. Let's see if we take some other leading stories. Stock market investors earn 1.8 trillion naira in September. Mid-year ban reforms is the major one on page 20. Pegasen suspends strike after federal government intervention. And I'll tell you to intervene in that story on page 8. Tinubu not jittery about opposition. And the presidency seems to be letting us know that on page 8. But what's on page 7? Death of Arise TV anchor Sunto Chukwu jumped from 3rd floor. And these are credited to the FCT police boss. And well, our just deep condolence to our sister station. And we're talking about Arise TV. We here at Atlantic TV is sending our heartfelt condolence. But anyway, that's the much you can take from the top. Let's quickly go to the bottom side of the Vanguard. 2027, Amechi Obi Utomi is equally pushed to end courtroom democracy. And I'll get more of that story on page 8. But what you get on page 9 is the U.S. shutdown, visa passport service to continue in Nigeria. And these are credited to the embassy. Iyaloji General is alien to us. Well, Oba Bini seems to be saying that on page 12. And Obi Lagos government differ over trade fair complex demolition. And I'll just implore you to get that story on page 10. But what's the picture of the day is that at the commissioning, double celebration. That seems to be the commissioning of the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture. Remember, it used to be the National Theatre at Gomu, and it has now been changed. And also, Lumelu gets Conscious Award, and all of that took place yesterday. Well, that's the much you can take from the Vanguard, and funny enough, from the papers. We'll always implore you, if you find any really interesting, do yourself a more favor by going forth and looking it up and enjoying all of the read. But anyway, God of time will not be really addressing some of the issues stated in the paper. But we implore you that you just stick around and let's see how we can really dive deep into more issues on dialogue, which will come next right here on Viewpoint.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
When the lights go out, who do you call? Tikado! Tikado Energy Solutions Limited. Your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Tikado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Tikado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at tikado.com.ng. Tikado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Tikado! Tikado Energy Solutions Limited. Your plug for for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Aja, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace. When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size, Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance.
The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pegasin, has suspended its nationwide strike. Pegasin President Osifo Festus announced the suspension at a press conference in Abuja. He explained that the decision followed a meeting with the National Security Advisor and the management of Dangote Refinery. He stressed that the association suspended the strike in good faith despite lingering dissatisfaction with the post of the resolution, but rather warned that Pegasin will resume the industrial action without notice if Dangote Refinery fails to honor to the agreement. Earlier on Wednesday, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Dingardi, confirmed that the industrial dispute had been resolved. In a communique, the minister said unionization was a legal right of workers that must be respected. He also announced that Dangote Group would reassign over 800 disengaged workers to its subsidiaries without the loss of pay. But the big question on dialogue today is, have we truly seen the end of this rift between the only major refinery owned by a Nigerian and the oil union? And should such actions not lead to less persons not ready to invest in the country, and also not to be disturbed by unionization? And also, is Dangote Refinery right to have removed Nigerian workers and replaced them with foreigners, as alleged by the union? Well, this and more is what this edition of Dialogue is all about. And we're analyzing the Dangote Refinery rift with oil union. And that's what we're having as a major one. We're analyzing the rift between Dangote Refinery and also the different oil union. Well, to help us really look at this rift and see whether it has finally been resolved, and also help us analyze the issue that concerns this unending drama, if you allow me to put it that way, between Dangote Refinery and those major critical stakeholders in the oil sector. I'm being joined by no other person but Chief Olori Magege, the public affairs analyst and also our chieftain of the All Progressive Congress. Good morning and welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning.
Well, I just want us to go straight into it. Now, the announcement of the suspension was made, like I said, yesterday by Festus Osifo, who is Pegasus president, and also major critical stakeholders in the TUC, Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. Now, in the communique, he said both. I'll just rather go to what he said. He said both the government and the refinery management could not fully clarify some of the gray areas that are in that very agreement. But, like he emphasized, we will resume the industrial action without notice if Dangote Refinery fails to honor the agreement, which makes me a bit curious to ask, do you feel we'll finally come to the resolution of this conflict, or do you also feel that this very agreement will not hold water and it will go the way of previous agreements that only ended up in more problems coming up at the end? Because he's telling us now, if Dangote does not honor, there's every tendency that they will go back to the strike.
Osifo is bluffing.
Excuse me?
Osifo, Pegasus is bluffing.
Bluffing, you say?
Bluffing. Dangote has moved from being a private business to becoming a precious, protected national asset. Go back 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. Forever queues.
In our filling stations.
In our filling stations. Prices going up and down like a yo-yo. And this man came, and we have four refineries. Eleme, Port Harcourt, all dead. And the Pegasus are the workers there. The Pegasus are the workers in those refineries. They didn't make that an issue. Reviving those refineries are not the problems of Pegasus. Our Pegasus staff, colleagues, Pegasus members are going home with 120 billion naira every month, working in a refinery that does not produce one drop of petrol. One drop of petrol. Yet they are going there to the refinery to resume work every day. It's like you being a driver of a dead truck. It's parked there rotting away. Every morning you go down there, you gauge the tire. That's already down. And then you go inside the cabin of the truck, pretending to be driving it. At the end of the month, the owner who didn't have the courage to fire you will pay you salary. And the owner has been paying you salary for the past 10, 15 years. Every month, without fail, with all your benefits. How will you feel about that? That's Pegasus for you. Not working 120 billion every month, not producing one drop of kerosene. for the past 10 years. And we are clapping for them because federal government lacks the courage, political will, to do what is needed. So they think again they can spoil the private sector. Dangote is a private businessman. Of course, we have shares in Dangote.
Yeah.
Federal government has
20%
5%.
stake.
Yes, 5% shares in Dangote. So I have a stake, you have a stake, everybody has a stake in it. But Dangote is a national asset because it solved a problem that the entire federal government could not solve. It brought a refinery to Nigeria, saving us a lot of foreign exchange.
Yeah, that would have been lost on account.
Are you surprised now that our foreign earnings have gone up? Our balance of trade is now positive.
Yeah.
It's because of Dangote. So you are now wanting to take them for a ride. You want to unionize. And you want to dictate to them how they unionize. That's not right. And every employer signed a contract of non-unionization with Dangote before they were employed. How do you change the contract midway? How? You resign. Go and look for another job. So let's look at the agreement.
Okay, no, yeah, because it will not be fair in our discussion if we do not look at the lingering issues. And the lingering issues, just like you've raised out, is still the issue of unionization.
Yes.
Now, if you go to section 40, as amended, it gives a right to anyone to join any union of their choice.
Yeah.
It is right there, which seems to be a lingering issue now as it concerns this. So, would it not be out of place if you say they don't have the right to join the union? Does it not make any sense? Because they need to be also under a union if they choose to. It's part of their constitutional
Not
rights.
when you have already abdicated that right. At the
Before
point
you
of
were employed.
employment, yes. At the point of employment, you said you are not going to join the union. Then you go in and want to join the union. That's not the way things are done. So by abdicating that right,
Yes.
at the point of engagement, that thing is lost. That thing is lost. Because the business must have planned, must have included that term in the contract in their plans.
Okay.
That is the point.
Okay.
And I have no sympathy for Pegasus. Personally, I don't. I'm a union man. I'm a unionist.
Yeah.
But I don't have sympathy for them. And the reasons are various. Every drop of oil stolen in Nigeria, a member of Pegasus is involved. Because the valves are operated by Pegasus staff.
Okay.
The valves that open the flow of either gas or crude,
Yeah.
they are all operated by Pegasus staff. Tatita was employed. You can't convince me that Pegasus, if it's not culpable, he does not know who are the thieves. How well has he done to help us in curbing oil theft